Races condemned to 100 years of solitude did not have a second opportunity on Earth. This is the last line of one of my favorite books of all time, 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. It's a story about the town of Macondo, a mythical town in South America, and the Buendia family, a family that lives to see it rise and lives to see it fall. It's a story about both the evolution of the town and the family. It's about the lessons that they learn over time. This book also taught me lessons about happiness and change and love, and it really helped me bond with my mom over our shared love of the story at the same time. I first read this book in a time of great confusion for me when I had recently gone through a slightly traumatic event. But I think that the themes of memory in this book showed me the beauty of my experiences and how I can use them to learn. For one character in the book, Aureliano, he recently came back from a war, and as he comes back, he starts to build these little gold fishes and melt them down and build them back up over and over again. And my interpretation of this is that Aureliano cannot stop reliving his past, and it shows how unhealthy this is for everyone, and it helped me stop doing this myself. I also think that there are themes about how memories are used to grow in the book, as there's one scene where every character in the town goes through amnesia, and each day they forget the uses of every item, and it just shows how without our memories we can't learn and grow. And this really helped me realize that my own experiences, while I can't keep reliving them, they're used to help me grow as a person, and they're beautiful in their own way. I was also scared for college when I read this book, and I think that themes about the evolution of the town and evolution of the family showed me how change is good, and change is something that's necessary in all of life, and going to college would help me mature in my own sense. I think that the way that the characters change over time, while it's not always good, showed me that it's needed for life. After finishing the book, me and my mom discussed it at length, and our love for the story really brought us together. We opened up about both of our individual pasts. I talked about my traumatic experiences, and she talked about similar experiences. And our individual interpretations of these experiences and each other's experiences really helped us get through them and just have new ways to think about our memories, which was super helpful for both of us. We also discussed the book and honestly just literature in general a lot. Like while I was at school, I would call my mom just to discuss the book, and she would send me literature a lot, and we'd talk about both the book and the literature in comparison to current events, and just it was just a way for us to both get through our lives in general. My mom also gave me her own copy of the book. It's right here. And it really just shows me that even when I'm away from her, even when I'm 100 miles away, I remember that she's always with me. And it just shows me that her love is always with me, which is super helpful for me. This book truly taught me lessons about both my past and my future. And it helped me bond with my mom, which is why I'm forever thankful for it and why it's one of my favorite books of all time. Soon after finishing the book, I went on a hike with my mom where we discussed both the book and a lot of philosophical topics in general. And one of the conclusions that we came to was that life is like the currents in a river, and they're trying to guide you to a destination that you need to reach. And resisting this river only makes you drown, and that's not helpful. We came to the conclusion that we had to let the currents move you however you can. I think that this is a tribute to both the book and my mom because while the book taught me these experiences and I finally realized them, my mom has been teaching me these lessons my entire life. And this is something that I'm forever grateful for and why I love her so much. My mom and the book both taught me about the currents of life and how beautiful they are.